The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26.
Let's go.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Let's go, come on. Take 26.
Rodgers now on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, 88.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Out to his left. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Over to Landry on the bubble screen. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Gurley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there, In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. On play action, Rodgers forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now it's Rosen looking. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Oh, they're on him too quickly, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Rodgers now on first down. To the left side, incomplete for Julian Edelman. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Landry, the intended target. After the interception, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Dancing to his left. Fighting to stay upright. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, sets you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. He'll get it up the middle. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Nelson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Rodgers. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
We are going. Green 18.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punt.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Rosen. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed on. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
The Kent State.
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrad Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Wide left.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The dump off for Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And this is recovered by the Chargers. see now, Charles, that's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Good! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Good!
Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rosen will throw. Steps it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Good! Watch him now, Barney!
Play action here with Rosen. Rolling to his right. Able to shake him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers.
Inside.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Zoom.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Gurley, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 58.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, watch it. Back north.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Lucky 56.
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
No. Check. Patriot.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. It has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game